Mark and Will, yeah, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show.
What's going on, people? How everybody doing today? Happy holidays, and tonight, y'all see it. I think he's playing hide and go seek right now. We're joined by with the mayor. What's going on, mayor? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm good, man. Just finally catching a break.
Yeah, working hard, man. How was the holidays and stuff? I know you told me a little bit off air, so how was the holidays, man?
I didn't even get to see the holidays. I was at work the whole time, man. People now listening to the news, letting that water drip, man. I messed with a whole bunch of busted pipes over the holiday period.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, yeah. You got to let that drip, man. You got to let it drip. You know, everybody getting caught up. I'd rather have it drip than go ahead and have a fortune replacing these pipes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know that's right, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We joined by I'm joined with the mayor tonight, so time to get it. We have a show yesterday. Had a little bit relaxation. You know, putting in that work, man. Trying to get these polls. And speaking of the polls, hey, it's cracking. Y'all need to go ahead and get out there and vote. Definitely on it, without a doubt. Check it out. Hey, Mark and Will Show, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, you don't stop, Instagram, all that stuff. And the thing about it, those polls is on Twitter and Facebook, so please get on there and vote for these kiddos. These kiddos, you know what I'm saying, they done put their work in. They had a great week last week. And so, hey, and actually, I guess I felt in the spirit, Mayor. I must have felt in the spirit because I think I had about almost 30 kids per poll almost. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
It's
wow.
the national one. So yeah. Man, it was deep. So I went ahead and just rocked and rolled. So for the people in the back that don't understand what goes down, basically this week's poll is based on last week's performance. Right? So went through every school to see what's going on. See
Say
if
that one more time. Say that one more time. You went through what?
every school on Kentucky High School Association board, scoreboard, whatever. So I went through every school. And what happens is, so everybody can be on the same page. If your school is not reporting the stats, kid ain't gonna be on there. If your school is reporting half of the stats, kid not gonna be on there. If we feel that it's not worthy for nominating, not gonna be on there. Now you have the opportunity. You parents, uncles, grandparents, coaches. If you got a player and you got the stats, go on and hit us up. You don't even have to put it on. Just DM us so nobody can see it, right? You can message us so nobody can see it. You can go to my personal page so nobody can see it. All that kind of stuff. So you have the tools to nominate now, cause you know how we roll. Just because you nominate don't mean that person's gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to nominate somebody who got like 2 points and 2 rebounds and 2 assists, and we ain't doing that. Or just because you may have dropped 25 one game, but then the next 3 games you had zero, you might not be on there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. It's a rhyme and reason. National polls a little bit different. If them numbers is bangs right out a little bit more, hey, without a doubt. And this one, I decided I wasn't even gonna do no other states. I just wanted to concentrate on the Kentucky. So, hey, man, it's some worthy people on there. And if your child, grandson, daughter, whatever's not on there, don't get upset. It's all good. Maybe next week they'll be on there. Don't hate. Recognize these kids because Mark the mayor feels that if these kids on the poll, any one of these players is deserving to win. So go ahead and vote. Don't hate. You know how it goes, man. You're a coach. You know how things go.
And another thing he didn't innovate on: if your child scored 50 in a losing effort, I'm sorry, he's not getting the nomination. We're glad you scored 50, but you still took a loss.
Win, win, win. And the thing about it, basketball's see that's the thing about football is so much easier with it, right? With these
Oh,
polls. Because basketball, you make 4 games. You go 50 you go win 2 games, lose 2 games, you have a chance to get on there. But if you like 0-4 and all, I mean, come on, man. We ain't doing all that. Not all that. It's not even worth all that. So it is what it is. But go ahead and vote for these kiddos. They deserve it. Do not hate. Don't be like, oh, my child ain't on there. I'm not voting. Don't do that. That ain't cool. For real, without a doubt. FNC. We actually had a show that, man, we had so many cuts and edits and stuff like that. I'm eventually drop it. A lot of people's feeds was slow, I guess, because it was the snow and things like that. So we will definitely be back on. We'll get the mayor back on too, so we can go rock and roll with that one because that's definitely a fun time and had a fun time. But it's something about when I'm talking to somebody and I got to wait 20 minutes to hear a response. I kind of get on me a little bit, so had to go strictly recording, that kind of stuff. But it is what it is, without a doubt. Let's get into something that happened. I think they played over the weekend. So let's go on and get into this one. You had University of Louisville 64, NC State 76. Louisville was in the game in the first half. Second half, they hit that speed bump, the ditch, and did not respond. You know, Same old song, turnovers plague you. You can't go on the road and have 19 turnovers. Your starting point guard can't have 5 turnovers. He averages 5 a game. That's ridiculous. Yeah, but he has it. No, you can't do that. Steph Curry has 16 points, 5 rebounds. You'd like to see the big man get more rebounds. You had Brandon Huntley had 12 and 12, which is good. Withers, back in North Carolina, 1 point, unacceptable. Mike James, 10 points. That's probably the first double figures he done had in a long, long time, right? Ellis, 15 points, 5 turnovers, unacceptable. On the bench, you had Lance, 5, Miller, 5. JJ didn't score. You got to score. So my thing is this: are you gonna watch the game Saturday, Kentucky versus Louisville? And how many Louisville fans is actually gonna watch that game? Or is it only gonna be first half because that second half is it's a free fall. What do you think? What are you gonna do, Brandon? I mean, are you working? Are you gonna be off, or what are you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Break it down.
Over here at the Mayor household, I'm getting ready for an NFL game on Sunday. I got a whole bunch of 49er fans.
Oh,
So
yeah,
and we so I'm gonna put my head in. I'm gonna put my head in. I'm gonna watch it, but
right,
my eyes will be. It'll be on the TV, but it ain't gonna be necessarily that I'm watching it.
right. It's just on. It's just pretty much
Yeah.
on that kind of.
Now it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on.
I'm
Plus,
saying it's gonna be on, but you ain't gonna really be stressing on it. Like, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I understand that without a doubt. I just know that you everybody, that's the rivalry game, right? That's the rivalry game. So, ah, bro, I mean, if it wasn't for the show, I probably wouldn't watch none of it at all, right? But it is what it is, man. And
but can we say this though? Can we just go ahead and say that as much as we don't want to watch the game, people want to into because everybody feels that Kentucky's underachieving to the point to where some fans is the real Kentucky fans, the diehard, they're ready for Cal to leave.
oh yeah, they are. Yeah, because they tired of that. I think the record is 4-17 against ranked teams in the last I forgot how many years, but probably like 5, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. But anyway, the record's horrible. Let's put it that way. Yeah, they're getting tired of the antics. You can have
And
all the talent, but if you're not doing nothing with it, then what does that do?
right.
Yeah.
And if I say this, you let Louisville win that game, everything else is out the window. I'm just saying, as bad as Kenny Payne's record is, all that's out the window. If Louisville pulls this game off, everything else is out the window.
Man,
He ain't got to win another game the rest of the year.
oh, right. That goes without saying. You remember that time when Cameron Murray and all them was on the team and they was horrible and they went up there and beat Kentucky. Everybody's like, people forget about they was like 9-20 or something like that, some ugly,
But
but they beat Kentucky. Yeah.
and you know what's crazy? This has that type of feel.
You know
I'm
what?
just
Nah, brother. Hey. Look, bro. Let me tell you this. I am. I would be on that train if it was more than one guard on the team. If they had two more guards, I can see it because you got the bigs. You got the bigs. But this is the guard play. Really, Ellis needs to play the two. He don't need to play the one. He's horrible with the decision making and stuff like that. He's a scorer. That's what he is, and that's all he is. So undersized too, but it is what it is. But I get you now. You know, maybe I don't need to watch it, and maybe they'll pull an upset. Maybe that. I don't know. Let's go. Who you got behind you, man? I love the core. You got the helmets. I know one for sure. Could tell everybody who you got behind you, man.
I'm Millikan University, man. I'm rocking with my homeboy JB. You know, got to support.
They
I'm
big.
about to, I'm about to start stealing helmets and footballs. That's gonna be my when I go when I go visit some of my coaching buddies. I'm leaving with a helmet. I'm leaving with a football. Like I got my Troy ball sitting right here.
Okay, yeah.
So trust me, when I pull up on these campuses, I'm leaving with. In the words of Denzel Washington, I'm leaving with something.
Can you do me a favor?
What you got?
Just go to the baseball part and give me a cap. That's all I need is a cap. I just want a cap, bro. I don't want nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You see,
I love
you
that
see I
cap
got my
on. Yeah,
I
that's
got my
fresh.
Kentucky Wesleyan.
That's
Got my
fresh.
Kentucky Wesleyan. You
You
know,
representing, man. You are representing. I like that, bro. You all over the place. What's that other ball over there? Is that a Raiders ball behind your other side? What is it?
I think it's my Georgia, my
Oh,
University of Georgia ball.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Champs.
yes, my
Champs are there. The champs. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I love that, bro. That's what
I gotta get my cave back together, man. Like I said, just been working, man. So it's just been
I like it.
come in, throw stuff everywhere.
I like it. But like I said, hey, we'll see what's going on. We'll see who wins. And but I ain't gonna say who wins, but we'll see who be watching that without a doubt. So, all right, let's get into some NBA scores. Get everybody updated on the NBA. It's a lot of moving and shaking. So we'll hit Monday, December 26th. The Nets 125, the Cavs 117. I know that was a good one. Clippers 142 in overtime beat Pistons 142 to 131. Heat 113. Timberwolves 110. Rockets 133. Bulls 118. Pelicans 113. Pacers 93. The Jazz lose to the Spurs 126 to 122. Trailblazers beat the Hornets 124 to 113. Today, which is December the 27th, at halftime, you got the Lakers up by 10 over the Magic. You got the 76ers losing by 11 to the Wizards at halftime. You got 31-32, the Rockets and Celtics in the second. 35-41 is the Hawks and Pacers. Clippers 36, Raptors 32. Just beginning is the Suns and Grizzlies, the Spurs and Thunder. Later on tonight, you got the Knicks and the Mavs. You got the Hornets and the Warriors. You have the Nuggets and the Kings. Hey, heads off to Cleveland. They still rocking and rolling. So, hey, it is what it is. So, in the divisions right now, you have Atlantic. You have the Celtics with a 2-game lead over the Nets. In the Central, you got the Bucks with a 1-game lead over the Cavs. You have the Southeast. You got the Hawks with a half-game lead over the Heat. In the Western Conference, you got the Nuggets with a 4-game lead over the Trailblazers. Pacific, you have a half game over the Clippers with a half-game lead over the Suns. Southwest, you got the Pelicans with a half-game lead over the Grizzlies. The NBA, man,
Right.
rolling, so it is what it is. We had some bowl games today. Let me see. We had some bowl games. Let's get our names up first so everybody know who they helped to. Bowl games today, December 27th. You had Memphis blow out Utah State 38 to 10. You had Buffalo sweep by Georgia Southern or beat them by 2 points, 23-21. Right now, you have East Carolina and Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina 14, East Carolina 10. And later on tonight, nephew in Wisconsin plays Oklahoma State. That's right.
That's
Vinny Anthony, he's on special teams and stuff like that. So make sure you get in and check him out. All that kind of stuff like that. So hey, it's bowl season, man.
that's gonna be a good game. 10:30 game gonna be a nice little setup.
Yeah.
Because who's it? Oklahoma State they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
They got a nice little running game, and then like you said, then we all know that Wisconsin is known for the running game.
Right.
You got Ryan. Look at the tulips: Ryan Dane, Jonathan Taylor,
All that stuff. All
and
that.
I'm pretty sure I'm missing some more.
Oh yeah. Melvin Gordon,
But
all them. But look, check
but
it
with,
out. Check this out. How much of that style gonna change? Because Cincinnati's coach is up right now, right?
I'm gonna tell you this right here. Vinny Anthony, if they bring along that offense, I don't know if the OC's coming with him from Cincinnati, but if he comes, like,
Right.
it's gonna be air raid in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then you got to think. I think UCLA gets to come next year. I think they went ahead and paid the little money so they could come. So
They come
it's
24.
that,
They don't come.
huh?
They come 24 though. But yeah. It's gonna be.
But you got to think. So it's about to be interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna have to open it up. But like you said, because if Finkel go ahead and do what he got to do, it's gonna be like that. Everybody, it's gonna be opened up like Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they got running game, but they pass. The dude got average 300 something yards. So yeah. Vinny and them, hey man, hey from them receivers that stuck behind only two receivers playing type stuff. Oh, that's gonna be open.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be open, and it's gonna be competition because he's gonna be bringing people with him. So it ain't gonna be just because I'm here. It's gonna be like let's eat. So yeah. Did anybody catch your eye so far in the bowl season? Man, any of these games? I know you working and stuff like that. Like,
Honestly, I was proud of the home team. Go down there, do what they had to do,
yeah,
and then not only that, like Cincinnati stole some of Louisville's players, Louisville stole some of Cincinnati's players. Like I was very hyped about that though, for the city and
right.
but the bowl games they just been so hard to watch because something like you said, either it's a blowout or it's a close game, and vast majority of these games been blowouts.
Right. Mm. Some people don't want to do whatever. But look, you know what? I want to revisit something that we didn't get a chance to do. And this is really off the top of the dome. This is something that we initially was going to do on our All 502 team. So let's get it going, man. Let's go. Before we go to the NFL, man, who's got the best concession stands, man? High school. You want to
Oh,
502? Yeah, Louisville, 502. Who's got the
we're talking
best
about
food,
football.
baby? Football.
Football.
Football, yes,
Oh,
sir.
hands down Central. That fish.
Ooh.
That fish is
What's
that's
that
that
fish so special, man? What they do to that fish, man?
man. They cook that fish in today's grease. But nah, man, Central. I think it's Central. That fish put them over the top.
Right. See, that's not playing fair because not too many people doing that. A fish fry, basically, whatever,
No,
on the fry, no matter what.
uh-uh.
That's something else. Hey, man, he got me just thinking right now. Whoa.
And then I know Ferdale got them pretzels. They be having them nice little pretzels.
Uh
Ferdale be having them pretzels during them basketball games. Them cinnamon pretzels be off the chain.
huh. No, we gonna keep it football. We keep it football. So
We keeping it foot.
keep it football. Who has the let's see. I'm trying to think. It's going off the top of the head. Um, we already know who got the best. Let's do it. I think we did this. Who got the best stadium?
I know you're not gonna like this, but
You better not say it.
that school
Say
they
it.
call
You better not say
that's.
him.
Hey man, I'm sorry, but that's
That's
Man
old
U, man.
school.
I love Man U. The only thing about Man U Stadium is the parking sucks. Like you better get there early. But if not, other than that, Man U.
Yeah, you know what makes their stadium special because both sides go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They go wide, so you can get a lot of people there, right? Like
yeah.
like Saint X to me, they go wide, but they don't go up, and that's
Mm.
I know that the cemetery's behind them. Maybe they couldn't orchestrate that deal. You know what I'm saying? And Trinity's got nice size too, but I have to agree with you. I think Manual
I
Stadium.
think it's Man U.
Yeah. But who's got the best field? Because they feel ain't like it.
Oh nah.
I think
Best field.
I think I sprung an ankle on they field.
Best field. Ooh, are we talking grass? Are we talking
Let's, you know what?
design?
Not everybody has that turf. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's do grass, man. Let's because only a few got turf.
I'm I'm gonna put it between Ferdale and Fern Creek.
Mm.
Best field. Because they keep them fields up, man. Listen, that add a tiger in the middle of the field, and that bulldog in the middle of the field, and they keep it gray. You can go out there right there and it still look like you can play on it.
So yeah, that's good stuff.
Paint's
Plus,
probably still down. The paint's probably still down, looking fresh. Like, and they keep it up. So,
a lot of times, you got little leagues to be playing, like little league games that was playing too, and that lets you know how tough a field is that can keep it in good condition when they got other little league football teams playing on there. You know what I'm saying? I can dig that.
oh yeah,
Dig that. Who got
and
the?
it's
Go ahead. Go ahead.
not, no, no, but I know with them two, like I said, I know they keep them fields up all year round.
Who has the best parking? Because like you said, manuals, you're in the neighborhood and you got to get underneath, and if it's rain, your car might get stuck. Who has the best parking?
Oh my I don't even want to say. At school at purple and gold, man.
We got plenty though. We got plenty, and that's
That's
the
what I
thing.
said, man.
Got plenty.
At purple and gold, probably got the best.
Yeah,
You got the little spot in front of the baseball field. Then you got in front of the school. Then you got the spot
yep,
where the band practice. Then you
right,
got the street side where the cemetery is.
right,
There's
right.
plenty.
There's plenty on there.
There's plenty.
All right, so I think we already know this. So let give me the top two bands. We already know one. It's gonna be a must. But who's the top two?
Um, Central's band.
Ooh, yes.
Central's band is definite. Central's got one of them bands that, like, if you're playing them, can you bring your band too? Like, you know how
Wait a minute. Should you bring your band?
no, you know how, like, when Louisville. Okay, I don't know if you remember. Remember that year when Louisville played Grambling,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like,
Remember that?
please bring your band. And after the band played, the game was like, Central's got one of them type of bands. Like,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
bring your band because you gonna put on the show.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm still traumatized in a good way, right? I ain't gonna say traumatized because it's bad. I'm still having great memories of going to the Central and PRP game,
Mhm.
basketball game, because they banned like being a former athlete. I know you locked in and stuff like that, but the people who don't play, they up for like because they champ. You know what I'm saying?
And and this is one thing I've always said: if you got a dope band, you don't need a DJ.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm, I'm just saying, like, sometimes that band is because the band's gonna play everything the DJ's gonna play.
Right.
I just Louisville should hire Citrus band director.
You know what's so crazy? Because I was thinking, why don't Louisville just invite them like to the home games? This might Central say, hey, y'all have a free seat and let's teach some of our people some of this stuff. And I'm not saying that they don't have that, but they just don't play that.
I,
Central rocks, man.
hell, just let Central do a game because Louisville plays. If you know, I'm not gonna lie, Louisville plays the same thing with the same choreographer every year.
Every
Every year, and
every
some Louisville, and I'm gonna say this: within the state, Louisville's probably got I don't know how many colleges, but they probably towards the bottom with their band. Because I know the K State's probably gonna be number one.
oh yes, sir.
Murray State's got a heck of a band.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play the traditional stuff like because at K State they gonna play
Oh
some
my,
stuff.
oh my.
I'm
Heck,
just saying.
I love when Louisville remember when Louisville played K State, like, and they brought the like, come on, bro. Let's do that.
I'm not that old to where I remember when Louisville played K State in the football.
It might have been when you was up there. It took it on the chin. It took it on the chin. That's okay though. It's all good. But nah, since you got it, And I said too, we knew that Central was going to be. I don't even know another. I'm not even gonna lie because I don't really pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm at halftime. You know what I'm saying? At Mail, of course, I'll be with that one. But other than that, man, Central rock and roll with that for real, for real.
Cause
I,
it's like all the bands play the same thing too. Like they all play the Jungle Boogie song. They all play switch it up a little bit. Have some type of you
this
know.
this thing, if they had the budget where Central was bringing their band to your school, it would probably shut down a lot of people's band because you can't keep up with that. There's no way. Like you don't even want them to come if you the opposing band director because they can ready to shut your stuff down because they play during the games. And
Mm-hmm.
not just halftime. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing, man, and it is what it is, man. All right, man.
Crowd engagement. That's why people go.
Right, big time. Man, let's go on and hop into this, man. Let's do some other stuff because we just wanted to let y'all know that we had some stuff catered to that that we didn't get to do. But let's go on and
And
get
we
it.
still didn't drop the AD. We might have to wait to drop that AD of the year because that's gonna be interesting because it's some dope ADs out here. Then there's some ones that
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and you know it is what it is. Some of these ads, you know, whew,
some of these AD needs to be more about the kids.
yeah. But you know who I'm riding with? Ain't no lie, ain't no boogie lie with me. So let's go on and get into some of these games that happened. You had last Thursday. You had the Jaguars bust the Jets, 19-3. Uh, Granted, you know, both of them are trying to get in the playoffs now. Both of them are 7-8. You got one that's really ascending. That's the Jaguars doing a thing. You have Lawrence, who is looking like a totally different player. You know, he was 20 for 31, 229 yards. Etienne had 83 yards. Um, the Jets is just if they could if White was playing, the quarterback that got hurt, then they would be in a better situation. Zach Wilson's not it. They're gonna end up cutting him at some point in time. But what about the Jags, man? The Jags are saying, "Hey, dude, we in first with the Titans, and we got the tiebreaker or whatever."
I honestly, man, I just think the Jags I think they like that below the radar. But nobody expected the Jaguars to be
At all,
where they are.
at all.
Heck, not even to win that many games. What they got, 7 games, 7, 8 games under their belt.
They 7-9, I think it is 7
Yeah,
8.
what nobody expecting that. You about to sneak into the playoffs.
Worked out pretty for you. And the thing about it is, people forgot Peterson's the one who took the Eagles. His system took the Eagles. I mean, I know Carson Wentz got hurt and Foles, man, that's dude's system. See, people are like, I don't understand. If you pay attention to football, especially NFL football, you see a lot of quarterbacks that are playing and still having success when the starting one. A lot of times that's the system. I mean, you
Yeah,
have to make some reads and stuff like that, but when it's not a big drop off, it's a
because
big
it's a quarterback in the system now that got wrote off. That's starting to look that's
right.
starting to look pretty daggone good. I'm gonna wait
Right.
till you get to that score,
I
but
already know. And look, you got a rookie that came in that's looking mighty good. You got an ex starter who put up 34. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your guy like you saying that's looking really good. And I said it on the show last week. What if he started balling out? What do you do with the one who's a little bit longer than the tooth who's hurt? You know,
he got him a Super Bowl. He good.
thank you. Bills 35, Bears 13. This game, you know, it's you know what, man. The Bears once they get some players around Fields, man, it's gonna look better. But he he's still running, and he does a great job running because he got an arm. But you can't keep taking hits. You can't do all that kind of stuff. The Bills is just overpowering them. Allen don't even look. Allen has not looked crisp in the last 4 to 5 weeks, but they winning. You know what I'm saying? They don't scare you, but they win it. You know, that kind of stuff like that. What is your thought on the Bills? The Bills are now 12-3. The Birds is 3-12.
Uh, Von Miller, they had a chance. I just think with Von Miller being out, it hurts that defense.
That hurt.
I honestly think they're gonna do what the Bills do: look good during the regular season, then come when it's time, disappear. Because, like you said, Allen might be a little banged up, but it's playoffs come. This is a whole different ball game.
You know, I think you hit on the head, and I hate it for Bryson. You know, he's a big time Bills fan. Cousin Bryson, sorry, bro. The thing about it is this: y'all have to win every game. Y'all cannot let Kansas City. Well, we beat them. Well, it's gonna look like last year. And the scary thing is this: can the Bills beat the Bengals? You know,
Uh,
that type of stuff. Like this is stuff that's going. I mean, hey, this is real deal stuff. The Bills. I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. I don't think that they're going to the Super Bowl. I mean, it just looks stagnant to me. And like you said, once Von Miller got hurt,
took
hey,
the life.
yeah, it did because
And,
it's the same defense he had last year, pretty much.
and I'm gonna tell you another thing. They put all their eggs thinking they was about to get OBJ. We're gonna get him, and
He hurt.
he hurt. He ain't coming back to next year. He did
Right.
this right thing. Instead of rushing it, come on back.
And you know what's so crazy? It was still a lot of nice receivers out there that people forgot about, right? That will help you out. My thing with them too, man, is the running game. You get Hines from the Colts. That ain't help none. You know, you already got a team full of third down backs. So I mean, I think that hurts them too. I think the running game right there. Listen, next up we got the Saints 17, the Browns 10. Um, Definitely surprised, but really, these teams are alike. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like struggling or whatever. But for the Saints to go in there and win when it was negative something degrees, and they still alive in playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
so they needed it and wanted it more, and they went there and delivered that. You know what? I said this before on the show, Mayor, and I think this is what should have probably happened. You probably should have went ahead and ride it all the way up with Brissett.
Yep.
Just let Deshaun, he ain't played in 2 years type thing. Let him get his feet wet back together, get his bearings back. Let him get a whole off season, all that kind of stuff. And I know they was rushing because they paying him guaranteed, but hell, you already done paid him guaranteed and haven't helped him pay off his accusers. So I don't think it was going to make a difference. But Saints win 17-10 over the Browns.
I think for the Saints, I honestly think they might join the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes.
Now,
Because if it was Jameis Winston, they'd have went ahead and brought him back. They still
right,
run. They still running with Andy Dalton. I'm just saying.
the Red Rifle. The Red Rifle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and Peyton's gone because you remember Peyton. Remember when Coach Peyton said that Tackle Powder Taysom Hill was better than Lamar and all that stuff. Like basically same or better than Lamar. Like, come on, stop it. But
Right.
you in a division that is wide open. You still got to knock that old man off because that old man and them is still hanging in there. They still
And
hanging.
they're starting to figure it out.
You got to knock them off. And thing about it is, who was it? I forgot. Now we'll see. One of them teams had an opportunity. No, you know what? It was the Panthers. They won this week, but the previous week they should have won, and they would have put that pressure on them because they still sitting there talking about they being Tampa Bay with a 1-game lead. And hey, hats off to the Texans 19, the Titans 14. Lovey Smith. The past 3 to 4 weeks, the Titans should have won 2 or 3 games. Should have beat the Cowboys. Took the Philadelphia Eagles to the wire. Lost in the overtime with somebody, but I knew they was going to get the Titans. The Titans are really trying to say here, we don't want to go to the playoffs. They have
No.
lost 5 straight games. And like I said, y'all, if y'all watch the show, y'all should watch the show. They'll be ready for my Cowboys on Thursday. They'll be ready for that game.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, hats off to Lovey Smith, man.
and it's in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Tennessee.
And you don't tell them how the weather's gonna be, and the Cowboys, So hopefully for the Cowboys, like they already in Nashville, getting accustomed to the weather.
Yeah, but you know it's supposed to be 60 degrees, man.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they gonna try to run away. They gonna try to run away from Michael Parsons because Cowboys gonna load the box.
Mm-hmm.
You just load the box.
You got to. I don't care if it's the receiver. Well, I call him receiver. Tannehill who's out or Willis. You got to make them throw the ball to beat you. You know, you gave up. You gave up top 5, top 10 receiver in Brown, and you ain't recovered from that. You
At
know,
all.
at all. Like that was. I don't know. I really think Verber's on his way out of there too. I mean, really,
Oh yeah.
they got rid of the GM and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't look good. And but like I said, man, hats off to the Texans, man. I just can't believe the Titans is tricking it off like this.
What else we got?
Chiefs 24, Seahawks 10.
You know what? I think the Chiefs are scarier without Tyreek Hill. I think they're more scarier
Right,
because they're spreading the ball out.
right. It's hard to guard.
And who are you actually guarding? You can't guard them 1-on-1 because right now if you guard them 1-on-1, Kelsey's gonna have 1,000 yards
Right,
because you're gonna either put a linebacker on them or you're gonna put a DB.
right. I mean, I don't need to say nothing. I mean, I thought that it was going to be the deal anyway. I mean, everybody knows Kelsey, but Kelsey don't care if he got 2 or 3. But then you have proven commodities in Juju and Scatman. You bring in Tony from the Giants back in the front. You got Skylar Moore. You know what I'm saying? You got the other fast dude.
Mikael Hold'em.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who I've been impressed with the Pringle cat number. I guess I'm thinking they were number 1.
Oh no. Isaiah Pacheco, the running back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have McKinnon. He has so many weapons. It's not even funny. The guy I was talking about was he didn't even play. But they have so many weapons, speed, and they have a system. And you got a quarterback that when that system breaks down, him and that tight end is on a whole different level.
Yep.
It's on a whole different level, bro. Have you ever seen you look, you don't play, you don't coach. You have you have you seen something like this before, man? And I mean you're a student of the game.
You know what? I have.
Mm,
And I'm gonna say this.
Drop it to me.
Anybody throwing the ball to Montreal Jones?
Mm. Yeah, he was a dog.
I'm just saying, in high school, me seeing that, anybody throwing the ball to Montreal, whatever quarterback they had,
He was a dog.
throwing the ball to Montreal that's the closest thing.
He was a dog. He was a dog. He gonna get that for real, for real. It looked like they after about himself at times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the scary thing because you can't plan because they're not even that dude. They outside running routes. Like, hey, bro, we outside playing. Hey, bro, I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit this car. I'm gonna go to the left of this car. Come off the bumper. Do come back up. All this. I mean, you can't keep up with that, bro. So you don't even know what to do with that. But I would say this: if you have somebody against him, he needs to be. It has to be I don't know, man, because a nickel is too. Most nickels are small. You know what I'm saying? Like most
Yeah.
safeties are too slow. It's only a few teams that have hybrid safeties that are quick enough, fast enough, and big enough to contest with him, and that's what
Right.
it is.
And that's mismatch. If you get those type of mismatches, it's a wrap.
Right, right.
You know who he reminds you of?
Who's that?
That dang on Tony Gonzalez.
Ooh, yeah, he was sweet. Yeah, he was.
And,
Can you
and
imagine? Can you imagine him in this type of offense?
oh my God.
But the numbers he would put up.
Shannon Short.
Yeah, my man from the Chargers.
Antonio Gates.
Gates. Yeah, man. I mean, these dudes, these systems are so crafty now, man, that you have to see that, once they did that read or pass, run or pass type stuff. So now you gotta have your eyes gotta be trained, and all this stuff is opening. Yeah, man, it's a whole different game, bro. I mean, that's
And then
why.
with Mahomes, you can't even like watch his head because he's throwing no look passes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's looking to the left.
He's out there playing basketball where everybody else is playing football. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Um, the Giants fall to the Vikings 27-24. I To put this in a nutshell, first of all, I am proud of the Giants because I didn't think it was going to be. They was really in the game. The 60-something yard field goal by I think the Joseph, the kicker. I think actually the 61 yarder for the win. The Giants, if you had some receivers, you really be dangerous because you got Baltimore's old defensive coordinator, so he knows how to maneuver and manipulate things. Barkley looking good. I'm gonna tell you though, brother, the Vikings don't scare nobody.
Not no more.
Right? They don't scare nobody, man. They don't, and they got the best receiver, one of the best, if not the best receiver on the team, and he gonna do his thing. But it's like everybody's still in the game. And Dalvin Cook, he's a home run hitter, but you still in the game. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
That defense
Yeah,
ain't solid.
right, right,
That
right.
defense ain't solid. And you think about it, you got Jeffries and then you got a Thielen. Is Thielen still on the team?
Yeah, he's still on the team.
Oh damn.
Mhm.
So
And they pick up. Didn't Hawkinson go there?
yeah. The offensive wise, yeah, but defensive wise, I think that's why they don't scare you.
Right, right. So
You
you.
just don't want to get. It's like Tom Brady. You don't want to give him the ball at the end because he'll figure it out.
Right, right. True. That's true.
But I'm gonna say this: who would have thought that Kirk Cousins would still be in the league and RG3 broadcaster?
And you know what? I hate to say this. I think that's where they need to be. RG
But
kills it. No, I'm just saying he's good commentator.
but
I love him on that one. But I get your point. You're right. Because both of them touched. Both of them got good. Both of them was at Washington.
Kirk Cousins was RG3's backup.
Right, right, right. You're right. But I would say this: heads off to the coaches because it's all about connection. You and I, we always talk. People ain't privy to about connections and stuff like that because RG3 was basically out of the league.
Yeah,
Baltimore said, "Come here, we got you. Just back up the youngster for a little bit, couple 2-3 years. Get your get your money on a little bit, also that kind of stuff. Then go because broadcaster he kills it. Dude's funny. Dude is good,
oh yeah,
right? And he knows his stuff. But you're right. Nobody thought that. Nobody was giving Kirk Cousins. Do you like that? Any kind of credit. And look at him getting paid in full and won't go nowhere. They won't like I tell people. I'm not the biggest Dak fan, you know what I'm saying, but I know what it looks like without him. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have a quarterback,
yeah,
you're in trouble. You got
yeah.
teams that still spiraling out of control because they don't have a quarterback. Look at the Colts. Goodness gracious. Bengals 22, the Patriots 18. The Bengals jumped all on the Patriots and almost coughed this game up. Thank God for the defense that punched the ball out. So back to back weeks, the Patriots basically had wins and faltered. Did you watch any of that or what?
Nah, this game I really didn't pay attention to, so it's just shocking that everybody tried to write the Bengals off at the beginning of the season.
Woo! Preach,
Super Bowl hangover, Super Bowl
preach,
this, Super Bowl that, and now they're just
preach,
starting to figure it out. And you don't want to be hot.
preach,
This is when you want to start getting hot around this time.
preach, preach. No, you hit on the head. I remember when the Bengals lost to Dallas and we did the show the following week or whatever, a couple of days. And I told Mark, I said, they ain't going nowhere. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, I know it's your division, but they ain't going nowhere, dude. They like, you know me. I'm pulling up the schedule. I said they gonna get it. They gonna. Joey Buck is one of the elite. He's top 5 quarterback in the league. There's no way with all that firepower that they gonna fall off like that because he's not gonna let them. And what happened was that division that they in, no one could separate it. Like Baltimore couldn't run out, get in front of anybody because they was dealing with a weak defense, injured Lamar Jackson, different type. And guess who was getting healthier? Guess who was getting their confidence back? Guess who's got the lead now? Guess who? The one team that Kansas City and the Bills do not want to play. The
The
Bengals.
Bengals.
Did you ever think you be saying that? Like, I remember when Boomer Esiason back in the day, but dude, hey,
No.
yeah, bro, you know what's so scary about this situation? All them cats are still young. Just think if they go ahead and shore up that defense and that
Yeah.
offensive line, Lord,
Yeah.
this would be nasty, real nasty.
It's got a chance to be scary.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I'm so disappointed. The Lions 23, the Panthers 37. I am happy that the Panthers won because for selfish reasons, I don't want to be the one to have to face Tom Brady in the playoffs, and that's what it's looking like. But the Lions blew a golden opportunity. Hats off to Steve Wilkes' team and the Panthers for showing up because both these teams are still in the hunt in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. But it's just something about, and it's crazy that the Panthers' whole team has changed since Sam Darnold has took over the reign.
Thank
And
you.
again,
Thank
they
you.
tried to write him off.
Mm-hmm.
They had Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Who else they had? They had
They had that black C.J. Walker, whatever, the P.J.
P.J. Walker. But then they
Walker.
had somebody else though. But somebody else that they had, for they just tried to get the keys to him, and it's like, bro, come on now.
I've been saying since last year, bro. I said I was like Sam Donald. I said, dude's not horrible. He's not horrible. He's not elite, but you don't need to be elite in some of these systems, right? Dude is good enough to manage the game that they're gonna be straight, right? Like he's good enough on a team that's offensively challenged and gave rid of all their weapons. And
Yep.
still, if you play a smash mouth football, aggressive defense like they do, and he's doing things to put the ball where it needs to be with backup running backs, and you gave up a if he's healthy, you gave up a Hall of Fame running back, which is crazy to me. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, I know he's been injury prone, all that.
But was he really injured, or was he just trying to get out of Carolina?
Yeah, I think it's probably 50-50, bro. I can,
Because
because you know by
it,
closed door they was like, look, you wanna go where your daddy play? What are you talking about? We talking about the Broncos? Heck no. No. San Francisco. Oh, okay. In that system.
West Coast,
Look,
he's a West Coast kid.
back home in that system. So hats off to the Panthers, man, because they right in there, bro. I love that. I love that. Good job for the Panthers. That's my sister Dion's team. I always she was riding and doing that. Hey, yeah, still need to take care of business. 2 games left in the season. Speaking of taking care of business, barely. Ravens 17, Falcons 9. Um, it don't make no difference how many points you score, but as long as you win, or how much you beat somebody. But man, is Lamar like really out? Is he like thinking like y'all pay me? Is he trying to prove a point? Because first of all, if they go to the playoffs like they probably will, they're not making it past out of the first round without Lamar Jackson.
They've clinched. Yeah, they've already clinched. I think
Yeah,
this one right here.
it is.
So I think what Lamar's doing is, yeah, see, y'all need me, but at the same time, Lamar's also being smart because if I get hurt, they not gonna pay me.
At all.
So if you notice, there's games that Lamar probably, if he got, I bet you this much. I'm gonna say this much: if they'd have paid Lamar, I bet their record would have been better.
Yeah, and that's already good. But yeah, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
just saying, there's games that Lamar would have ran. That if you watch Lamar, if you know Lamar's game, there's times he should have ran. He just
Right.
threw the ball.
Oh yeah, you
Because
right. Yeah, you're right.
he knows if I get hurt, they're not going to pay me. Remember, Earl Thomas. Remember when Earl Thomas got hurt with Seattle?
Yes, sir.
He broke his
Done.
leg, and it cost him a whole lot of money.
Done. Done. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think in
So
the back of Lamar's head,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Yeah, in the playoffs, you probably maybe we don't know. I mean, Lamar may be 89, 90% healthy. By the time the playoffs start, so we talking about 2 more weeks to rest. Are you playing in the playoffs?
are we still negotiating?
Yeah,
Because you got
that's right.
think about let's look at teams that's gonna need a quarterback. Because the Falcons aren't sold on Rigger, on your boy.
Yeah, yeah,
The Detroit Lions.
yeah. Even though he looked decent, though, I'm not a golf, but he's another one that he,
But you put a Lamar Jackson in Detroit.
yeah.
That's gonna be a number one selling jersey.
Give,
You look at
give me
you
that.
look at
I know you got more teams there.
the Saints,
Yep.
Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay, that whole
Right.
division. That whole division might
Go
be
back
out
home.
of them
Go home.
so
Because Tua got another concussion. He may not be back.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Lamar's gonna be able to sit there. You think about this. He goes back to Miami.
Oh Lord.
He got the number one selling jersey. He goes to Tampa Bay, the number one selling jersey. But I'm telling you, if he leaves Baltimore, it's gonna set Baltimore back years.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because first of all, you got to gut out the offense. Because you made it around him. Why would you not want to sign somebody that you actually has spent years to have it around him? Even though I don't like the offense, I want him in a pro set where I want him in a set like Fields. Because when Fields take off, he's still in pass and stuff. Then, because all the DBs are gone, and you ain't even thinking about him running these, then he's right there by you. That type of stuff. Like, I want him to run because, the pocket broke down, I'm out of here type stuff. Because then you'll see a whole different Lamar instead of handing and stuff like that. But I would say this. If I'm Miami and my guy keeps getting hurt, I'm doing everything to get Lamar Jackson back home.
Easy.
Everything.
Do it before Tampa Bay does. You do it before Tampa
Look,
Bay
look.
does it.
But look, and that's the thing about it is because you talking about two teams that's loaded with receivers. Loaded with receivers. And the thing about it is, let's be real. That Miami ain't nothing but San Francisco offense that hey, they want a mobile quarterback that can maybe do some stuff. Lamar, man, dude, him with Cheetah and Waddle, bro, that might be my second team, bro.
I'm just saying. But you look at it like this, because you put him. Look at that whole division. Tampa Bay. You
Yeah.
put him with Mike Evans. You put him with Goodwin.
Good one.
You put him with playoff Lenny.
Yeah.
Then you go to New Orleans. You put him with the kid from Ohio State, Michael Thomas. Then you put him with Kamara.
Bro,
That's
dude, you be foolish and talking about you meaning Lamar, like if I had my druthers, I understand Lord here, that's cool. But they don't want you like that because you should have already been paid for. I am going where there are a stable of receivers. Not that run me to the ground and get me busted up. No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. I did that before. And let's be real. What about Green Bay? What are y'all looking at? I mean, I know you got love. You know what I'm saying? Like, Watson and all them. But I mean, like, those particular offenses love to pass type stuff because those coaches is like that. Like Shanahan, the coach at Green Bay, my man at Dolphins, they all from the same tree. Do they want to go ahead and rock and roll? And thing about it is, my man down at the Saints, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to see no boring stuff, dude. So hey, sit out, do what you gotta do, get your money, bro. Commanders 20, 49ers 37. I know that you have an important date that you just told everybody. The Raiders against 49ers. Real quick, let me do this real quick. 49ers, hey, Purdy doing his thing. It's a system. He looks good. Kittle's back. He knows how to read it. He was a good quarterback in college, so he knows he's actually, to me, better than Jimmy G, but it's a system thing. but he's good. Not saying he's not. He's good. What has you worried about the 49ers, man, as the Raiders play them? And where's the game at?
It's in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Vegas. What has me worried?
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Mm.
I ain't going front because you got a disgruntled running back. You see how he
Oh,
came out the
yes,
game.
sir. And I love Jacobs. I love him.
He's disgruntled.
Big time.
Uh, you got. I think the 49ers is good at stopping the run, good at rushing the passer. You got Bosa, so it's just a scary game, man. Then who you gonna stop? You pick your poison.
Right. No, you're right.
Because I don't think Perry. I think Perryman's out. But just who you
Yeah.
go?
Yeah. You know, you're right. To me, as I look at it, because to me, you guys, you have the best receiver in the game. You had a top five, top three tight end in the game. You got one of the best utilities, Renfro. You know what I'm saying? Slot in the game who catches everything. You got top five right now. Really, the leading rusher is Jacobs. You know what I'm saying in the game as a running back. What's the deal? Like what we it did? You know, to me the downfall was, brother. Real quick, to me, McDaniel's. I was, once he pulled that stunt with the Colts, when he was hired, and all of a sudden he said, nah, I'm just playing," and everybody, coaches lost their jobs, was moving. I never liked that cat then, but I think he is because Jacobs like, dude, I'm sick of this. But go ahead,
Yeah.
we talking about the and Raiders as we talking. Steelers 13, Raiders 10. So you can also talk about this game too.
Um, I honestly, bro, Josh McDaniels, I come to the conclusion just being a coach. Some coaches are good at just being coordinators.
Right.
I think Josh McDaniels should have just been a coordinator and just been the head coach and waiting in New England and just left it at that. Just like the head coach and waiting because clearly he's not getting the job done. I wish Coach Mr. Davis would do what the Broncos did and just go ahead and fire him now.
Right
I
now.
make him I make him fire the coordinators. Like I make him fire both of them because how do you go from a playoff team to nothing? And you got and crazy thing is on paper you got a whole lot better
Yeah.
on paper.
Yeah.
You got Chandler Jones.
Oh yes,
You
sir.
got Max Crosby.
Right.
You got Hobbs.
Um.
Then you got Rocky Sin. Like you got some DBs,
Right.
and we got worse.
Right. Come on now.
Like you said, it's all about the system. You hiring people to be coordinators that's never been coordinators.
Right.
You should have just took over the play calling on offense and left it at that. You got the number one receiver in the game. You
Woo.
got a serviceable quarterback,
Yeah. Yeah. He
and,
is.
and we stuck on up. We can't score.
That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. 13-10, a game that the Raiders needed. The Steelers is hanging on by a thread. They're 7-8. Raiders are 6-8. You had a game. I understand it's cold and stuff like that. The Raiders jumped out, did what they had to do. Actually was up 10-3, and then allow the Steelers to, you know about, like you said in football, like we talked about, a lot of times the last possession, who got the ball last, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what happened. But really, if you're the Raiders and you got that power, you got enough power and running game, you there's no way. There's no way. Because the Steelers is just using this as gaining experience for their quarterback, for Pickens, all the young dudes. They know. I mean, if they get in there and they not, but if they get in there, oh wow, we're learning and getting better for next year. But oh, by the way, let's get in the playoffs. That's how they see it. That's how it's going on.
But they win out. I think if they win out, they in. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I know they got to. Well, you know what? It depends on how Ravens, because that's the next, right? They got to go at Ravens.
But the thing is, the Ravens is already in. So
I
shit,
know.
I'm about to start sitting some kids. I'm about to start sitting some players to let's get healthy.
Well, you know what? Because they hate each other. If you're the Ravens, would you want to do them a solid?
Listen,
Get it? I get it. I get it. I definitely get it.
Yeah, you look at it like your secondary's been questionable all year. Your secondary sucks all year.
Let
If
me
I got a chance to rest them and let them get healthy,
let me
I'm gonna have to
let me
run
do
with
this.
it.
Let me do this real quick because you hit something. I want to make sure that. All right. So right now, New England is on the out. The Jets, Titans, all of them are ahead of the Steelers. So
Okay.
yeah, they have a they gotta hope that everybody and that's Miami sitting there at the seventh spot. Everybody else is three teams above the Steelers. So yeah, they got a little chance, but it's blinking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that type of stuff. Yeah. So we'll see. Next up, real quick, we have high power game. We had the Cowboys 40, Eagles 34. Uh, you know, to me on this game, it was definitely a must win for the Cowboys. So you can say, okay, we can beat you. But I love the narrative when I'm seeing all these talking heads talking about, hey, well, I wasn't impressed with the Cowboys. Well, my thing is, was you impressed with the Eagles when they beat Cowboys with Cooper Rush? You can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people that hate the star. That's cool. That makes me love the star even more. But when you have these professionals, and I'm not thinking talking about, see, first of all, when you talk to ex football players, as far as on that level, they got an axe to grind. But when you talk to these people who's supposed to know some stuff, and you can say that that game that the Eagles beat Cooper Rush was a defining moment, then let everybody know that they was legit. Flip it weeks later, now Dak ain't worth nothing. Well, Dak had a hell of a game except for that interception. The defense didn't do much, but these are two high. Like to me, with these two teams, to be honest, for order you to beat them, you're gonna have to score.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna. I don't care if you San Fran with that defense. You're gonna you have to score. You're gonna have to score. And this right here was like man on man. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Cause like what Parson was saying, he wasn't digging on Hurt. He was just saying it's the like their team is like a defense. They special team, like they have a legit team, like legit team, big time. And he was giving props, but you know how do you cut or whatever. But to me, Cowboys had to have that game, even though they're not going to win the division because I don't see the Eagles losing two straight games. But this for when you play again, if you can play them again, we beat y'all too. So let's go.
But is Jalen Hurts hurt worse than what they saying?
Oh, you know he is.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he
So
is.
it's possible.
But they got, you know what though? The system's great, and people fail to realize Minshew, whatever his name is, he was a starting quarterback at Jacksonville, so it ain't like he ain't got no experience.
Yeah, he
And
can
he
play,
started
but
last year for them.
yeah, he can play, but at the same time, you and I both
It's
know
different
playoff football
styles.
is totally,
It's different
huh?
styles. It's different
Yeah,
styles. Right.
playoff football is totally different.
Oh, it's totally different. And when you don't have Hurts in there, because Hurt would keep that ball and peel that corner on you, and he's gone. Touchdown. When Minshew ain't doing that. Minshew, he's sitting there just want to throw and you want somebody sitting back there, even though he does it quick enough. But when he's not a threat to run like Hurt, it makes a
Yeah,
difference. But see, my thing
yeah.
is this: now with you, damn, you're only got a one game lead over the Vikings. So who's not to say the Aints come in there because they defense is legit, and it ain't no telling what's gonna be. They're gonna, maybe that's a low scoring game or 17-10, another one of those games. They need this game. The Aints
Hmm.
is firing. Like we got to have it, and they're not going to be scared of them. So my thing is this: we gonna know if old boy is healthy or not because they cannot. They have to beat them. Like you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So we're gonna see.
Because if it's a shoulder, you don't want to be in the cold weather with that shoulder. That's
And it's
daggone sure.
and it's his throwing shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that cold weather.
Nah, he don't want to be in none of that. But we're gonna find out. Packers 26, the Dolphins 20. Also on this one because I had something else behind this. Tua is now in the concussion protocol. again. Basically the
He,
third time, even though they try to lie on that first time. But yeah,
he just need to go ahead and pack it up for the rest of the season.
yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this: I love Teddy Bridgewater to death, but that offense don't look the same when Tua ain't in there. I hate to say. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100 for all the Louisville fans who ride or die. But let's keep it real. That offense do not look the same if Tua's not in there, and that's what keeps them playing Tua. Right? That's it. But without Tua, man, they a playoff team. Maybe they get in there and they gonna get in there and get bounced real quick.
Oh yeah. And I don't think about them shit. You just know it's deep. If I'm playing them, I'm just playing quarters coverage, and you ain't gonna let you go stay. You're not getting behind me. That's what they're gonna show up. If I gotta play a safety 30 yards back, I'm
Right,
not letting you get behind me.
right. That part. You absolutely right. But it is what it is on that one. Broncos 14. The Rams 51. Straight up embarrassing. The players was up there pushing each other on the sidelines. Uh, what would you do with Russell?
I don't think it's Russ. I just think it's like
Okay,
we've been
my
saying. It's the system.
system. Nathaniel.
You can't. You can't. They don't have. Okay, look at the receiver. They have no receivers. You got Ju. You have no receivers.
Mhm.
Look at your receiver core. Like your receiver core. I don't think they got a running back. So the offensive line sucks. So you want Russ to be Superman with that garbage with a first year coach?
Right.
So it was set up to fail from the jump. But at the same time, they're paying him $250 million, so he's gonna play.
They ain't got no choice. And they fired the coach too. They fired
Yeah.
him. Done. So now you really gonna have to sit down and find a system that's gonna work for him, big time.
If I'm them, I'm
I
going to
know
get him.
Sean Payton.
That's the name that keeps coming up. Sean Payton. Apparently Sean Payton's got his name on 2 jobs. I don't know what the other job could be. Was it Carolina?
But he's also even hinted that he will go and be a assistant coach with the Chargers of the Cowboys.
Nah, he ain't. Come on, bro. He ain't.
I'm
If
saying,
he
like,
goes to the
but the only reason you do that if you don't want to go to a certain spot. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're not confident that you're going to succeed, maybe it's the ownership. It ain't even got to, that. Business wise, maybe you don't like the ownership and you're thinking, okay, I know another job is going to sit right. Even though we got some jobs coming up, opening and things like that. Only reason a guy with his caliber of coaching skills goes to be assistant coach or assistant somewhere else is because he don't want what's opening. Now I'm with you. To me, that Russell looking nice unless he doesn't like Russell.
I'm gonna tell you right now. He goes to the Cowboys. That puts McCarthy on the hot seat.
Without doubt, because that's the coach in waiting.
Yeah.
That's what that means. That means because he's gonna look. Jerry gonna say, "What y'all do this? I don't know, cause I don't know, boss. That don't look good. I wouldn't run it like that." Oh, he's on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat. But hell, who else is on his hot seat? He probably can go to Tampa, right? I mean, it's plenty of spots that's yeah. Anybody got one of them that's on the hot seat, regardless. We talking about the Panthers, the Buccaneers, whatever. You're right. And I'm gonna tell you what, if the stuff in Miami don't roll, since he wants to claim half and half, he gonna be on the hot seat. Let's be
But
real.
we know for sure that Carolina's open. You know Carolina's open, and hell, they even talking about the Cardinal job might open up.
It needs to. Now that definitely needs to. That because he's garbage. That coach. So, but let me ask you this real quick: if Wilkes takes the Panthers to the playoffs, do you hire him?
No,
Oh, you like
he he know he's not getting hired. We all know that.
all right? Move right along. Cardinals, Bucks 19, Cardinals 16, final overtime. Tom, the thing about it is you got to go ahead and beat them. Otherwise, they just gonna do things to go ahead and win. They ski skirting around. Not surprised. The Cardinals are a hot mess. J.J. Watt said he's out of there after this season. He done had enough. Is that to get out of your contract so you can go to Pittsburgh to play with your brothers?
No, I think he's done. I think he just had a baby. His wife's a soccer player, so I think he's time. I think it's time for him to be the cheerleader.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure to check on that one. Last but not least, Chargers 20, Colts 3. That game was a snooze fest. The Colts, I mean,
That's another job that's open.
yeah, because Saturday ain't get. If Saturday get that, then that deal was already made, and because this
Nah,
garbage.
it's interim. It's an interim, but that's another job that could be interesting. You got a heck of a running back, a heck of an O line. Your defense is solid.
Right. You gotta get
Put
the
the right
quarterback
quarter. You put the right quarterback in that system. Hey,
right. Because they keep on getting they ex Philly quarterbacks, Foles and Wentz, and then you got Matty Ice, who's Matty Flat. I mean, I don't get it, but it is what it is. The Colts is garbage this year, and I hate that. Real quick before we leave, you guys, we want to go ahead and give you guys a playoff scenario. What's going on? If at the end of the day, you got the Bills #1 seed, #2 the Chiefs, #3 Bengals, #4 Jaguars, 5 Ravens, 6 Chargers, 7 Dolphins. What that means is that the Jaguars will play the Ravens right off the bat. Chargers will play the Bengals, and the Miami Dolphins will play the Chiefs. In the NFC, you have the Eagles #1, #2, Vikings 3, 49ers 4, Bucks 5, Cowboys 6, Giants 7, Commanders. Dang, they still hanging in there. So that means the Bucks and Dallas, Giants and 49ers, and Commanders and Vikings. Wow.
mm,
That just lets you know that if 4 teams make it from the NFCs, that's sad. That is really sad. That
yeah,
tie that tie worked in their favor.
big time.
So it is what it is on that one. You know, I just want to thank my brother for joining me tonight. I appreciate you, man, for filling in. Without a doubt, we got to go ahead and get some of these games like we're going to do whenever you got some time. So we go ahead and do these basketball stuff like that. But brother,
Oh yeah.
thank you for joining me tonight, man. I appreciate you.
I love, like I said, man. It's gonna be on. Like I said, hopefully my time is starting to free up once this new year hit. My time should start freeing up. I know I'm gonna try to go see Little Sis Thursday. I think they got a home game Thursday. I'm gonna try to check them out.
Who that? Oh, that's
I think they
yeah,
Syracuse.
Syracuse, the Qs. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to go check them out. But other than that, man, yeah, we're gonna hit some of these high school games. So be prepared to see me. As soon as this new year hit, I'm gonna get them schedules. Actually, I want to be invited out, like y'all invited. What schools that invited you? Portland Christian.
Yeah, Bowling Christian.
I want to be invited out to some of these games, man. Hit up Mark and Will Show DM, man, so I can get invited out. I want to see who got the best basketball game concession stand. Who got the best popcorn in the city?
I'm a popcorn guy, man. Actually, this guy to have us a trade rating for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, we'll go live on the spot right there and say, look, man, give us what y'all got in the trade, and we're like, what's y'all specialty? You know what I'm saying? And then we can rank it right then and there. Ain't no
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, I think schools need to start doing that, man. Having their own little what makes you go to that game. Like
right.
when people come, when people come to Louisville, Grippos, when you go to different places, it's that. I
Right,
think,
right.
like I said, them cinnamon pretzels at Ferdale, they something to mess with.
Believe me, the first game that we go to together and stuff like that, and we go to one of these and try, and once we put that on video, I don't think we'll have a problem.
Yeah.
It'll open up the door for a whole different things that we talking about. So, hey, I'm game with that, without a doubt.
Who gonna get? I want to know what school's gonna be the first school to have that pulled chicken sandwich.
Ooh-wee. Stop it, man. I'm trying to get over Central with that fish. I didn't see. Look, I didn't smell no fish at the game.
I ain't got fish at the basketball game.
I mean, hey, so I didn't smell it. You know what I'm saying? That's a
We We need to get that AD, man. We need to get that AD, man. Get that George Foreman something shit. Fried bologna. Hey, you know what? I won't go to a game where they got the George Foreman and a fried bologna sandwich. Who's making the fried bologna
Dale ain't
sandwiches
doing
at the game?
that. The Dale ain't doing that.
Man, I don't know, but Coach Longacre, if you're listening or watching the show, them fried bologna sandwiches with them fried bologna sandwiches, man,
Don't
at them
worry.
basketball games.
Don't worry. I'm gonna cut this and put this out there and say, hey, y'all want us here? Let's go. Let's get it. Hey, thank you guys for watching tonight. Thank the mayor for joining me. Y'all know how we do. Peace out.
Peace.
Let me see.
Oh yeah. We still on?
Yep.
Oh, snap, my bad.
You good.